everybody, this is Rose and welcome to Rose's Randomosity. This is going to be a video that's really late, I know, but this is on my empties, the products that I've used up in the month of December of 2012. And I really do like doing these videos because if you've been a subscriber of mine and if you've watched when I first purchased these items or featured them like in a monthly favorites or stuff like that, you actually get to see that I do use this stuff up. And I use up quite a bit each month. Like, I'm just going to let you peek into the bag. It's like full of crap in there. Before I get into it, I of course have to digress a little. And just in case if you're wondering what I'm wearing, this is a 5K shirt. A really nice one, actually. It's like made of Under Armour like material. A race that I ran 5 months ago, and it was the second time, 2 years in a row that I ran it. A 5K that you have to run at midnight. But yeah, in case you didn't know, I've been a runner since July of 2011. I've actually been slacking off during the holidays, but I'm about to get into it because I do plan on running in the Color Run 5K, which is going to be in Atlanta in April, I think. So I'm about to start training again for that. And also, I'm not referring to myself as a beauty guru or anything like that, but, you know, if you film these videos, type beauty videos, you know I look really casual with my hoodie and my race t-shirt on, but, I just find these shorts really funny, so I just want to show them to you guys. If you don't care to watch this, I will annotate what time to skip to if you want to just get on to my empties. These are some shorts. These are actual shorts from the 70s because I got these in a thrift store in Little 5 Points in Atlanta. And I remember the tag actually had, you know, what year it came from, and it was in the 70s. They brightly colored, the style, the material. Can definitely tell that they're authentic, but this side of them is ripped. And the reason why they are, and yes, you are going to just basically watch my crotch for a few seconds. The reason why they are is because I dated someone, hate to talk about an ex, but he used to wear these shorts when he wanted to be playful and cute, I guess. And you know, he was 6'1", 200 pounds, and I guess from him just wearing them, they actually just decided to rip. But I still wear them. I know I could get them fixed, but I'm just too lazy to do that. So let me actually get to these empties. Let me dump them carefully on this hardwood floor. I do have a lot of crap. Okay, a decent mixture of skincare, body, hair, a couple of nail items, and not really any makeup items, but like stuff you would use with makeup. But I guess I'll just show this. I know this, there's a hair on it. This is by Carol's Daughter, the Macadamia Heat Protection Gloss. This is really old packaging, and that just tells you how long this lasted for me. Carol's Daughter, I have a haul video that's all about it on my channel. You can look it up. It's an all-natural brand, and it's not just for black hair. That's a misconception that a lot of people have. You know, you can use it no matter what ethnicity you are. But they have all-natural products, and they have skincare, body, and hair care. And this is a heat protection gloss, very similar to BioSilk Silk Therapy and the Chi Silk Infusion. It's basically a heat protection gloss that you would put on your hair right before you blow dry, or you press it, or just do whatever you do to style it. And you can also use this as a frizz control type product if you're not putting any heat on your hair, just to control frizz. But a little goes a long way. It has hydrolyzed silk in it, no parabens, you know, completely all natural, and I really like this stuff. This next thing I actually just featured in my December favorites, which is the last video before this one. But this is a cleanser, and it's the Lancome Creme Radiance. It's a clarifying cream to foam cleanser for normal to combination skin. I do have a blog post about this and about the heat protection gloss, so if you want like a more in-depth review with like prices and everything, I always have my blog linked below, and you would just have to basically search for this in the search bar that's all the way on the bottom of the page in the down bar. But this is very thick, very rich, very luxurious. A little goes a long way. You really only need like a chocolate chip size morsel, and it creates this thick, rich, lathering foam. And it does a really good job of removing makeup without like over drying your skin or anything like that. This was like one that I got in a gift promotion, and I always cut my tubes, and that's why it looks funny. Okay, these next three things are the same, and I do have a blog review about these. But these I got in my, I don't know if it was, not my last Julep box that I received. I did skip January, by the way, because I wasn't really interested in the nude or neon colors. But I saw a hint, though, that the February box may have holographic shades, so I'm definitely staying tuned for that. But these, I think I got in my November box. And these are one-step polish remover pads. And I did use 3-up. And then this is basically what the pads look like. They're disgusting. But these are basically, you know, pads that are soaked with polish remover. I thought they were okay. If you've been a subscriber of mine, one of my really, really early videos from last year, it was the very first Beauty Box 5 that I got, and I've totally unsubscribed from that service and have a video about that. But the box had these disposable, like, individual travel packet nail polish remover pads by Pretty NYC. They're all natural. Those were horrible. Like, they were dry, I had to wet them, and then, you know when you rub a moist paper towel on something, it shrivels up and it tears? That's basically what that thing did. These held up, but when I used one of the pads on my toes, it worked great. It stayed moist, removed, you know, all my toenail polish. But when you think about it, or you probably haven't thought about this, because it'd be kind of weird if you were thinking about my toes. When I thought about it, my toenails are a lot smaller than my fingernails. And so when I used the last two ones on my fingernails, unfortunately the one pad did not go all the way through, you know, 10 nails. I actually had to put more polish remover, I think, when I started removing my second hand. And I know the first pad I did use with a glitter polish, but the second pad that I used on my nails was just with a basic nail polish, and the same thing happened. Like when I was on the 5th or 6th nail, I had to put a little bit more of the polish remover that I have onto it to remove the rest of the polish. So I can see how they could be useful for travel, but really, if I travel anywhere, I doubt I would be painting my nails, since, you know, I would probably do it the day before I would leave on a trip. But if you're going like on a really long trip to somewhere, you know, they could be useful for travel. This next thing I've featured before in past monthly favorites, and I think in my last Empties video, I think I showed this. But this is the Clinique Take the Day Off makeup remover for lids, lashes, and lips. Really good makeup remover. My favorite, though, is the Lancome Bifacil. But the thing that I do like about this that's better than the Lancome Bifacil is this one is not as oily. It's a little more watery. But it does a really good job of removing lip stains and waterproof eye makeup, including mascara. This next thing, I think I just showed this in my Clinique and clearance haul that I did back in December. But it's their makeup setting spray called Fix Makeup, and it comes in a red box, and I have no clue where that box is. This is a pretty pricey setting spray. I think this is only 1 ounce, and I think this was like $26. It worked fine, but not as well as the Skindinavia makeup finishing spray that I've used before. Now, the one plus I do have about this, a lot of people don't know, but Clarins is plant-based. So if you have more sensitive skin, if you just want a product that's more natural, then, you know, go with Clarins. So this is a more more natural plant-based alternative. So the nice thing about this I do want to bring up is the smell. The Scandinavia Makeup Finishing Spray smells like hairspray. You're spraying your face with hairspray, basically, is what it smells like. This smelled like rose water, so that was really pleasant. But it didn't work as well. Like, my makeup lasted, but not as well as when I used the Scandinavia Makeup Finishing Spray. Alright, the next thing is a sample that I used up, and it's the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base Face Primer. And this, I don't really know how useful my review is going to be, because this little sample that I used up, it only gave me like a one-time use of the product. The texture of it is actually very similar to the next empty I'll talk about, the Clarins Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch Base. Similar textures, similar colors, but this one definitely did work better. With this, you know, I have really oily skin, so I almost always have to use a base, because usually by the afternoon, it looks like my skin has eaten up like all the foundation that's on my face. I didn't really notice a difference when I used this, to be honest. Now, when I used this, though, I did notice a slight difference where my nose is the most oily area on my face, so, you know, that still looked like it always does. But I noticed around the edges of my face whenever I got to use this, and I think I got to use this sample like 3 or 4 times, that there was some good long wear coverage, or whatever you want to call it, since I did use this Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. I think this product works better on more mature skin that might be slightly drier, because I know where I work in a department store in the cosmetic area. We sell tons of these to older ladies, so I know this is a really good line filler. So if you have like lines and wrinkles and things like that, this does create a nice smooth canvas for your foundation to lay on, so it's not a bad product. This next thing is probably going to add more fuel to the troll fire that I get sporadically on my videos. The funny thing is that the troll hate that I usually get is mostly from dudes, or teenage boys probably. Every once in a while a girl. If you look at my videos, you can basically see like the hate if the people didn't like go back and delete their comments, or if they did, you could see at least my responses to them, which are usually very mean. But they often accuse me of being a man. And whenever I tell my friends this, they just laugh, because they're like, Rose, you know, you do have some tomboyish qualities about yourself, but if you were a man, you'd be a very, very sad man. Because I'm a midget, for one. I think I'm 5'1", but I think since I've gotten older, I've shrank an inch or two. And I weigh like a little over 100 pounds. But anyway, I know at cameras they tend to enlarge, and I don't know if it's how I look or if it's my voice. Who knows? But I do use men's deodorant, and I used up this Axe Dry Phoenix Invisible Solid 24-hour antiperspirant deodorant. This is deodorant that I've used for a long time. I began using this when I was like 20, which was a long time ago. And I actually do like the smell, and I actually did use the body spray. And when I did use this, guys used to compliment me on how good I smelled all the time. I would never tell them I was using this, because it would make them feel weird. But then the relationship I was in then ended, and then I started dating the last guy that I've recently he was very creeped out at the fact that I used a men's deodorant, so he actually made me stop. But since that ended a while ago, I began using this again. I'm very happy. This you know, just like men's razors, this works really well if you're very active, if you sweat a lot, if you get funky really easily. This works really well at controlling the sweat and controlling the smell. And you know, with this, I never really had to worry about deodorant stains or anything like that. So, fantastic deodorant. I have another one that I'm already using. And, yeah, I finally used this bad boy up. This next thing I just featured in my December favorites, but it's a Lancome eye cream. And it's the Renogy Lift Multi-Action Eye. This is a luxury eye cream. I think it retails for like $65 maybe. Very thick, very creamy, very concentrated, moisturizes the eye area very well without making it oily or greasy, which I really like because I have oily skin. And I do feel like since I've used this for about 2 months now, the bags that I have from being an insomniac are not as bad as they used to be. So, I actually did like this eye cream, and as you can see, I got just about every last drop out of it. This next thing I've used before and I've reviewed before in my blog and in past videos, but it's a Smashbox Photo Finish Oil-Free Foundation Primer. This is a little sample that I got in my last test tube. Now, the first time I used this, I didn't really like it because I didn't really see a difference with my skin. But I know when I used it last year, I used it with, I think, a BB cream. Because when I actually used the sample this time with the Longwear oil controlling foundation that I'm using right now, it actually worked a lot better on my skin. Of course, my nose, the foundation would wear away on my nose. You know, I can't control that because that's the most oiliest spot on my face. But everything else, like my blush, my liquid foundation, it seemed to last fairly well with this primer. So this next thing, I'm really sad to see it go because it's so expensive. This is the Carol's Daughter Minoy Repairing Hair Mask. This stuff retails, and you can see it's completely clean. Actually, no, there's a little spot left. For $29, and this is a fantastic mask. I've been using the Minoy line religiously, the shampoo, conditioner, and this mask, and other supplementary products for the last 5 months. And I have to say, my hair has gotten so much longer, so much healthier, more controllable since I've began using this stuff. And this is the line that they promote. This was to help prevent breakage if you damaged your hair through heat styling or chemicals or whatever. And this stuff is fantastic. I will definitely be getting another one of these. Alright, I'm down to 2 things, you guys. This next thing you've seen before, because I think I had like 3 or 4 of these in my last empties video. But it's a Clinique Dramatically Different moisturizing lotion. I don't use this on my face. I use this as body lotion. Only because I'm not a huge fan of the Clinique 3-step system, and plus, I'm oily. If I was using it, I would use the gel. And this is a lotion for normal dry skin. And my body skin is extremely dry, but when I ran out of my body lotion, I had so many of these lying around that I decided to use it as a body lotion, and it worked fine. It doesn't work the best. Like, certain days where my skin was really dry, I would get ashy, like, later on in the day. But overall, it's a decent body, or it works decently as a body lotion. And the nice thing about it is that it's fragrance free, because Clinique is fragrance free, so there was no scent that would interfere, like, with my perfume or anything. And the last thing I got in, I will begin making my Birchbox and my MyGlam/Ipsy bag videos again next month, because I've not made any since August due to me getting back into school and, you know, me graduating in December and just being so fixated on that. But this is one of the products that I got in one of my last Birchbox videos, and it's a DDF Brightening Cleanser. This is actually a really decent size. It's like 4.5 ounces, and I know the regular product maybe 8 ounces, and it retails for like $39. But this is a cleanser that has hyaluronic acid, I believe, and alpha hydroxy acid. So if you use this, you gotta use sunscreen in the morning, of course. But this is basically a cleanser for someone who has hyperpigmentation, acne scars, sunspots, age spots, because it's supposed to help over time brighten and even the skin tone and also smooth out the texture. The texture of this I did not like because there is basically no lather, no foaming whatsoever. I don't even recall it really making bubbles on my face whenever I would use it. So I really didn't like that because it almost didn't feel like I was cleaning my face. But overall, they say this has a licorice scent, which I don't remember. But overall, it was a good cleanser. I've been using a hyperpigmentation day and night cream for the last 3 months, I would say, because I do have some acne scarring that's pretty unfortunate that I've obtained within the last year. But I do feel like this, with the combination of the cream that I was using, I have seen a difference with the hyperpigmentation that I have. Because the day cream that I used earlier last year was excellent, and I saw such a drastic change with some of the scarring that I have on my face. The one I'm using right now is not as good as that one, but I feel like I just said, the combination of that with this, it did actually improve the tone of my skin. And that is it. I'm so happy that I can stop hoarding all this trash and get rid of, I have to do blog reviews on some of this stuff. Anyway, that is it for my monthly empties. If you have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to ask through a comment or message. And if you do a monthly empties video, please don't hesitate to leave video responses if you want. For me to watch, because I do enjoy watching them. And, yeah. Again, this is Rose, and thank you so much for watching this crap. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram, and those links are always down below. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day, and you will be hearing again from me fairly soon.